So I'm pretty sure you must be playing Ravenswatch Carmilla as much as I am. A vampire whose abilities are based on blood and might leave a bleeding status on enemies. However, I want to get Carmilla through the nightmare difficulty of Ravenswatch. So much so, I've actually never beaten Nightmare in Ravenswatch, period. Especially for 1.0, this is like one of the most difficult things I've ever done in a roguelike game. In the shop, we had Hungry Grass, which gives us damage for every healing orb we picked up. And then there's also a trinket for copying a common relic. Magical object is what's called in this game. So that gives us a good course of action to what we want to see in this first biome, which is essentially money, and at least one common that works very well for our build. Common, and then this gets copied. You could also Horn of Plenty to try to push for damage. Gotta make sure I remember how to play this character too. Half the time it's just about walking. So we're not going crit. We are going raw damage. We didn't get Raven Feather. Oh, don't touch it. Oh, we have to fight. Or or hang on. He's cracked? I mean, I have to fight anyway, and I kind of need the level up, so. Don't worry about it too much. Oh, yeah. This is how you play Carmilla. All right, let's get our book. I was gonna say, I'm gonna try to wait out my transformation, but it's not gonna happen. All right, level 2, dashing grants blood, attack does bleed, so I do believe the bleed scales on damage. I know it's supposed to deal like an X amount of your attack damage, and hopefully that still counts as like if you add damage, it boosts it. I tried Carmilla. Feel like you do no damage, you don't understand. I don't think this character like is very easy to pick up.
I am delighted to see you, as always.
Should have done armor. And I guess that's why she's the last character you can unlock in general, is it is kind of made that way. But I think she does have some issues when it comes to not necessarily ease of use, because if you make her too easy, then like maybe it's not as enjoyable. However, there's a lot of stuff in her kit that I feel like, why would I ever get that? And when would I ever get that? And I think some of her text requires like reading between the lines. So a big piece of her kit is that activate to enter winged form, draining blood per second, and blood-free abilities. So it's like you gain move speed and blood-free abilities. But I don't know if necessarily like that reads very well to understand what you're supposed to do with that information. It's supposed to be that anything that expends blood no longer expends blood. You are only losing your trait. It's like if I pop this right now, after some dodges, I can use my R2, and the R2 itself does not drain blood. However, it's almost a little deceptive because your trait's still draining blood. So maybe like when you see that for the first time, you don't necessarily think that it's free. It only sort of looks like it's free. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the only one who took it that way. Daytime. If we get some pigs, we'll be in good shape. Because they'll self-destruct. I'm gonna eat this hit. Within reason, of course. So yeah, you can sometimes get really good grimoire clears on this character, but it really depends on could you get a perfectly uninterrupted blood orb. If you can, that's where like a good amount of her damage and her clear comes from. If you aren't leveling up power, that's okay. That doesn't mean that you can't get good damage. You just have to figure out where the damage is gonna come from. In this build in particular, I would like my damage to come from my bleed or my attacks, and we'll see which one actually is gonna start to scale. Unlucky. Unlucky. What are we looking at for pig? Sticks. Let's see how much rework we can avoid. I feel like I didn't get a lot of green objectives. I got this quadrant. We assume that this is gonna be yellow. Over here is probably red. Which of course is not the thing I should be aiming for. Oh wow. So I'm gonna assume that the pig is gonna mark this camp. It's just unfortunate. I'm not gonna say it was a bad idea. I will say that we've had better ideas. What's enough to kill? Dashing does blood. Send out bats that do damage.
How absolutely enthralling.
All right, chat. I know it probably looks bad, but we're fine now. We're equalized. Defense cooldown.
Isn't this utterly delightful?
Thank you. Felt like Melusine was hard, but understood the playstyle very quickly. Yeah, her. I feel like a lot of the characters in this game are as good as their kit is understandable. So like, Melusine works because everything she does is like very cohesive. And I feel like that's not the case for everybody, Melusine included. Not Melusine, I'm sorry. Carmilla included. Alright, I probably won't level up off of this. I don't necessarily want to leave, but we could just get shot and die. Could also bleed myself out if I'm not careful. Oh my god, I jumped into the fire with my bite. That's unfortunate. I always forget that flag self-destructs when it dies. All right.
One can never be too careful.
Chat, we're fine. Things like that is gonna happen. You have to not worry about it.
I'm sure this will come.
You're dead. Notice me trying my absolute best to not like be in there for no reason. Critical hits deal bonus damage on bleeding enemies. Consuming blood to fuel power. After dash or defense, do a combo finisher. I really don't like that much.
Not that you can really improve on her.
But we are doing bat gameplay, so maybe it's gonna work out.
What mischief has got into you, Tree?
Oh no, I need 2 more? Uh-oh. Almost took me a minute to remember that dash doesn't have iframes. That is a very odd thing in this game, I will agree with that.
Ever so cute.
I'm not sure what the reasoning was. I'm not gonna say it was the wrong decision. I'm gonna see if I can sneak this. I have a minute. Playing like this, I won't be able to. This should help me do the pig camp. Whatever is in here.
Coming to destroy my work. I can hear.
You're fine. Buddy, don't worry about it.
I am worse than anything you could conjure.
Attack up, defense cooldown again. The bat build is gonna come online before we even realize it. I need literally 1 stick.
Let us be off, my feathered friends.
Literally 1 stick. No way. Well,
That's the ticket. By my calculations, it's nearly strong enough to resist.
bat build is strong from what I've heard. Same, and I have actually done it before. It's just I still die in this game. Actually, we could go for advanced regen too. Like, even with a strong build, I still find myself dying a lot. Tag that. Yeah, I think you have to hemorrhage, no pun intended, a little bit of HP to play this. Okay. These trees gotta calm down. Ooh, that's gonna be so bad. The spiders!
Such feeble.
Oh, that was so bad. Remove your dash cooldown whenever you press one of the buttons. Bonus damage for legendary talents. Cannot get womboed. This would actually be good for us. We just have to get legendary talents. I'm gonna have 2 minutes and 50 seconds to get the big money. This is really just assuming that legendary is on the table. Roll? I wish I could see the full list of legendaries. Dash vulnerability, vitality on healing orb this early in the game is really nice. Or Hear me out, we're already spamming this.
A cherished treasure.
Sound
We just Holy Grail.
construction Indeed. We've survived.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Oh no! Not me having to actually play the game.
Is there ever any doubt of my triumph?
Yeah, we gotta get stuff leveled up to legendary. This could be quite good if we get these level ups.
You cannot entangle me.
We have a minute to clear this. I don't know what's stronger between doing that, like Big Bat. Oh, Bat uses blood, right? So I should hit winged form and then go into Bat mode. Wow. Consuming all your blood launches a series of blood spikes. What would I want to do here? I feel like maybe I'm spending too much blood because it's mostly going into my bat form. I do know that the L1 allows you to do this for free. So maybe like never press impalement unless my winged form is ready.
I've spent centuries in my own company. What's a few minutes more?
All right. 522. Pretty good. No optional boss. But we got quite a bit off of this map.
A bat's
Healing orbs.
far more elegant.
This is 600, right? So we cannot get both. It's like, what's more important? Hungry grass? Probably the hungry grass.
A judicious choice.
It'd be nice to have both, but I don't know where I could find $100 in 45 seconds. We're gonna do 1 point in this, because if we hit legendary on either of these two, it's fine. Even though I had damage troubles, impalement does giga damage. Yeah, it's actually the most sensible thing in her kit, I think. Like, that button works. All right. We have some blood. I don't know how strong this is gonna be on the boss.
Be off, my feathered friends.
Actually, I wonder if the individual bats that fly out, I wonder if they can crit. Because, like, maybe getting critical damage on bleeding targets isn't all that bad. Because the bats themselves will crit. I just have no idea. Alright, I'm being very conservative with my bleed. My blood. I guess you should say blood versus bleed, since it's two different mechanics. You're dead. Got a bit there. Oh wow, you can only hold that for a certain amount of time? Yo, I almost could have one-phased that. That's kind of incredible. Is that the power of winged form? Like, is her trait actually the strongest thing in her kit? That's not dead. How is this almost dead? This build seems strong. How did we fail? Maybe I should have bought the feather. We saw feather, right?
I hope the hunting is...
I am most
We need this. 250. Get cooldown reduction if your health is low. This copy would also be very good. Don't fumble these stacks. How's that for not fumbling? That Tokyo drift you just saw? This Need for Speed Underground you're looking at? This is the worst map for her, I think. That sucks. She has a really hard time fighting against crabs. So it's probably worse for me to do orb when I could just go bat.
Enough yapping.
No, I want to yap. Ogre blood actually does help with bleed. I just love to be able to get like another green armor too. It's just like we aren't getting the benefit because we don't have any rare objects. So maybe you do start thinking about Ogre Blood. +4 damage. Maybe you just go for boss damage. Can't reroll.
I expected better.
Same. Carmilla, big same. Alright, so I would like to get the money. There's green money there. We're gonna want the yellow money too, because we gotta get a trait up to legendary. Preferably our base trait, the bat damage. But the other trait leveled up would be nice too. So again, this is me thinking that bats is stronger than orb. Certainly feels like I blow through my bleed really quickly. Alright. V, don't fumble the bag. Okay, so that's one legendary. It should be stronger. If we hit... We need both of these to be hit, actually. So, we'll do this.
Most suitable.
We hit 0.25 seconds worth of bats. Which is not bad. We will want this to be legendary too. We need both of them legendary. In fact, I think this part of the game is one of the most important parts. You have to somehow get these up as high as possible. We do want to get rapid shaping, so we need another 150. We might not need the 350. Ooh. Does this reduce the amount of XP we're getting? No comment. Let sleeping dogs lie. You know the saying. Again, this is crabs, which sucks. Because like the bleed actually doesn't... I'm surprised that has a duration to it. I was gonna say the bleed doesn't affect them until they get knocked over. Holy bats. That's what Joker said in the new movie. The one, oh, you gotta be kidding me. You don't do this yet. Let's Grimoire. We do have ulti, just no blood. One more good bite. Look at the bats go. That's terrifying.
Your erroneous faith dies with you.
Money? We want it duplicate. We have no rerolls.
I've spent centuries in my own company. What's a few minutes more?
Same. That's just called being an introvert. Dang. So we hit second armor. Not really the best hit. See, like, when games like this happen, I love Carmilla. Carmilla's great. I guess technically it wasn't very hard to force this build to show up. I think the big issue with it is, like, how do you make it strong? You need raw damage.
Such delightful sport and with such little effort.
Certainly easier to kill the phoenixes in a build like this. Ow. Nice. No level up, which is unfortunate. I mean, no blood stuff. We probably needed rerolls at some point. I really don't care for this at all. I think this thing sucks. I think that might be better than Critical Bite. Famous last words, of course. We just have to remember to actually do it. That's the hardest part, is remembering to stand still. Which seems very, very, very counterproductive. Gotta ulti this. Alright, we hit 2. Yeah, see how we do, like, barely any damage unless it's bats. And even then, we never got dispersion. Dash grants you a shield for 6 seconds.
Ever so curious.
That could be sick. Alright, chat, this is gonna be a very good test of the build. Do we save Sinbad? Or do we let him rot like we always do? Now I kinda wish I had more bleed, like dash through enemies to bleed. Because I now see the use of it. I'd say this is even a setup where you would want to bleed yourself out. Alright, you should be dead. Chat is not dead. The bleed's only 2 per tick. That's so strange to me. Maybe it's because it's the bleed from my attack. We never got bloody bats. I think we need rerolls.
Save me from the
Let me grab my iframes real quick. See, doesn't that just like make sense to say? It's like perfect. That's a hard move to dodge. Wow, you had more? Alright, we should consider saving the farm blood. My LB's not ready. Dang, that could have been a lot better, huh? He's half HP. Not terrible, could be much, much worse. This is the part that sucks, when like you're not doing anything because you're trying to dodge stuff. That's why oftentimes I'll just do Death Orb. Because like, what else can I do? I guess with bats, you get the advantage of that. I did see a critical bat. Alright, hard knockdown. Dang, if he actually caught me there, I would have been so upset. You're saved! Huzzah! Dash vulnerability, dash heals you a little bit. Extra ulti charge. Pop your L1 at max bleed, and then double ult. That's big.
So kind of you to come to my rescue. This is to thank.
Dang. We have, what, 2 more level ups? I don't like the idea of a low-level Boiling Blood. And this actually sorta interferes with my other legendary level up. I mean, assuming we even get that. We may not. Yeah, we should do this. Get the orbs!
Such feeble resistance only adds to my amusement.
Yeah, the only thing about this build, sometimes the bats go off and attack monsters that didn't actually belong here. So I'm pretty sure this crab and that healer I just killed, I'm pretty sure they had no business being in this fight. It's just a random bat went and found the monster and brought it here. Hello? That looked weird. Alright. We should probably do the Wishing Well. I know it's a lot of money. Oh, we never got this. There's no teleport here? Sorry if I missed your chat, by the way. Ravenswatch, a notoriously difficult game. Not just in general, but to read your chat. Like, where'd that wolf come from? I think oftentimes one of the bats kills a monster, and then from there, the other bats don't know what to do, so they find someone to go kill. Ooh, we're in there.
Isn't this utterly delightful?
We got 40 armor off that. Holy crap. Okay, so clear this. Oh wow, really? This is just gonna spawn more birds. I have double ult ready. Let's get more targets. Okay. Chat, that was a successful double ult. If I do say so myself. No shot. Alright. One spider. Golden egg.
How peculiar. This had better be.
Yeah, see? I think it is retroactive. It's giving me the $7 unless it's... No, that's more than 150. So it has to be retroactive. Let's grab this. Skirt, skirt, skirt. Sick. Second ogre blood. No, that's our first one. We passed the other one. That's right. Dang. You don't leave because you do want... See, where these birds come from? Like, where are those bats going? I swear they're going to grab more monsters. When would you golden egg? And when would you not golden egg? I'd say the only reason to not take golden egg is probably if you have another strategy that has to be done. So, like, if I needed the jack to get either the critical bite or something like that, I would pass a golden egg for critical bite. Like, that's probably more important. However, if I finish off my jack and no other jacks show up, then yeah, I think a golden egg might be a good choice. It might also be a question of is... Oh, there's no way we can get this in time. Maybe we can get some vitality. This should be a good fight for us, right? Because the bats have a lot of targets to kill. We could also intangible our way through that move. Don't always have to call it iframe. We're saving our double ult. Just farming blood. Chat, we're selling plasma right now. We're farming the blood as we speak. Alright, see how good this is.
Such feeble resistance.
You know what? Not bad, not bad. I just want a little bit more blood to pay for double ulti. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Ow. Ooh. Let's go. We can still fail. It only gets harder from here. We still need to level up Batmaster too. If we get Batmaster to Legendary, we're actually in really good shape. We have one more level up
My thirst
to
for
get
blood has
Dispersion, which is bats do bleed.
It is always
Okay, we hit it.
graced with your presence.
250. We're gonna need to level up both this and this, so it's not actually 250. In reality, it's 390. Math majors.
Do my wares not please you? No matter. Maybe another day.
And then we have to be careful not to level up before that happens. So if we see, this is gonna be the only time I would have like skipped Raven's Tower if I see it. Remember, it's still very difficult. Oh my god, the fact that that has like a duration to it, it's very odd to me.
Was there ever any doubt?
I almost feel like it should stay up for as long as I have blood, but that's not how it works. I swear those bats just went nowhere. They went to space. Yep. Like, where did it find a new gargoyle? Alright.
The air is heavy with the echoes of our final dance.
I have a heal pretty close to me. 322. Chat, what was the number? This should not level us up. We're doing this because we want rerolls.
Wherever you
If reroll shows up, it might not show up. Alright, big demon. Big demon energy. Let's try to save for another bite. And then double ult. I should probably bleed them out first for the chance to get a critical.
Splendid!
Splendid! We didn't get it. We did get money, though. That's worth.
Let us be off, my feathered friends.
Alright, so you...
A judicious choice.
Legendary. Okay, so now we deal 70% more damage with Batmaster. Unfortunately, like, we're not gonna be able to control what we level up into unless there's reroll in here. Like, we absolutely need to hit Bat Dispersion. Bleed Dispersion, whatever it's called. Oh yeah, that's much better. No reroll. Bottom. That's a reroll! Oh, snap!
This had better be useful.
Alright, what's to the left? Probably Watchtower. What was that sound? Ooh! I actually took damage. Second Ogre Blood? Consumables! I think you can actually hit reroll from this. This is a difficult encounter. Like, a lot more difficult than it probably should be. What in the world? Not very good ult. Okay. Oh no! She took my triangle button. I need that button.
My pulse quickens in anticipation.
Alright, alright, alright. It's happening. We will make this build happen, so help me. Oh my god, really? Yeah, we're looking for... There's a trait that lets Batmaster bleed enemies. Like, it already bleeds enemies, but you explode in an AoE of blood, which is very strong. Another bite wouldn't be terrible either. Oh, as a way to farm blood. I hear you. Yeah, see, we're still, like, not quite hitting. I still believe. We're almost level 9. What an awful encounter. Like, these do so many attacks. It's nuts. Oh, I only had one ult? Oh no, I didn't actually press the button. Alright, so there's our level up. Alright. Special applies mark, trait pushes back enemies. Consuming blood fuels power, heal, or get strength. Oh no. Special. No, power and then special. We didn't hit what we needed. That is extremely unfortunate. Now getting the bite marks the enemy to take extra damage, like that's okay. But what we really wanted was another source of blood. Bleed, I should say. Hopefully you hit level 10. Level 10 gives us the second piece to our ultimate, unfortunately. That's guaranteed. Wishing well? I don't particularly like this. Yeah, I guess it's added damage onto my bite. But again, like, we aren't really scaling the bite or the power. I mean, that's the roguelike, right? Stuff like that's gonna happen.
Such little effort. I've spent centuries.
Another ogre blood.
What's a few minutes more? Oh, thrilling to soar with the birds.
Think that gives us move speed. Gives us shielding on dash, which is gonna help us.
Pleased.
All right, let's start working on the quest here. If you didn't take that talent, oh, you mean just sit on the level up and then try to farm up more rerolls. I figure like once you do the reroll, then you're locked in, but you're right, you can just escape. Okay, that's min-maxing. We're here to min-max. Min-max is my middle name. Veedotme known for his min-maxing. Oh, we gotta bleed them first.
Spare no effort to rid Avalon of these nice.
I mean, that don't look half bad.
I am most grateful for your aid.
All right, yappers.
The sacred grove is.
That don't look half bad, just to say that. I'll take money. Nice, we got a second bite while our trait was still active. I was gonna say I should consider ulting here, but I'd love to press L1 first. But by the time my L1's ready, they're already dead. Oh, she is up one.
The ball has been opened. Let us dance.
This might not be the easiest clear. Crap, I still keep forgetting to bleed them. That way, if I crit, it does bonus damage. Oh, that one's down here. Healing! I don't do very good burst damage, okay? All of my damage is over time. Vitality for the ogre's blood. And then we have to go for the quest. Let me in.
Stop Arthur destroying Chronon Ore at
This
any
fight
cost.
is like dependent on how easily I can land my bites. Because this boss does move quite a bit. We don't have double ulti just yet. So we're just gonna farm blood. Maybe do like a quick bat. I was gonna say I have plenty. Almost. Okay, there we go. Bleed. Double ult. Ooh.
Ever any doubt of
Okay. Seems decent. Here's our level up. At the end of their course, the blood spikes return to you, dealing damage. Add a 4th move to attack combo, impaling enemies in front and dealing 50% of your ultimate damage. So we aren't doing basic attacks barely at all, right?
Not that you can really improve on perfection.
Dash vulnerability, extra bite. Damage for every legendary talent. That's plus 20 damage. And that should scale on the bats and the bleed. It's like, in most circumstances, I would never pass a Raven effigy. That means we should probably save our money. Save 250 for the next biome.
The tree has been saved, and my brother has been defeated.
That's her brother?
Handsomely rewarded for my efforts.
Oni-chan? Key.
Come, creatures.
Interesting.
Queen of the night seeks amusement.
Oh, yeah, I should. Just in case. 3 revives.
Feathers are so messy.
Let me in.
A bat's silken wings and far.
This fight's super annoying. I dare say this fight's worse than that, whatever his name is. I don't want to call him Excalibur, because that's not his name. Good dodge. So they both became ghosts. So they'll continue to fight during the entire segment. It doesn't look like I waste the bats, which is good. All right, this should be the hit right here. You're dead.
Devours you.
Witch's Broom makes you intangible. We probably don't need that. This is actually pretty good. Reason why is that we aren't ever pressing our power button. This only activates when we use our bite.
A cherished treasure, now mine to keep.
Now we just save. See what we can get in the bottom of the map. Wow, we almost hit every objective. I don't know if I've ever done that before in solo play. You've never played in multiplayer? I only ever played this game in multiplayer. And then at some point I was like, wait, I like this game too much to only play it as a party game. Party games are what I would call like Risk of Rain 2 or Super Smash Brothers. Like, I wouldn't call Street Fighter a party game. All right, we gotta be careful. All right, I think we want to at least tag both to make sure they both start bleeding. All right, that's one. I think most of our power's in our ulti, right? Ooh, if we could knock them right here, this would be so good. All right. I need a bite. Oh, yeah, my ulti comes back. I screwed that up. I think I lost half of my ulti on one of them. I mean, they look like they have the same amount of damage. isn't actually... Oh my god, that's so bad. I can't intangible my way through that? And why do I feel like I'm not even healing all that much? Wait for bite. That's all I had in me. Oh my god, I am having some boosted gameplay right now. Gotta focus on dodging, I guess. The part that sucks is that, to me, if I bite in, we end up in a situation where I might, like, bite into a projectile. So we're over, I just ulti this. Oh my god, I didn't die. How's that one still alive? That sucks. Oh, so we're gonna lose all of our stacks. I don't know what my damage number went to. I don't know how that one wasn't dead. Okay. Not great. Certainly not the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is we simply lost, okay? But that was like as bad as it possibly could have been. Because getting knocked resets all of my stacks of DPS. Which is this thing, the wheatgrass. Healing orbs grant 1 damage, stacks are lost at death's door. It still says I'm at 82, which looks like a good number. But I don't know what it was prior to that. And I can only imagine it was something absolutely disgusting.
Always a joy to be graced with your presence.
Extra defense charge. We did not hit legendary talent, unfortunately. Which I guess that doesn't really matter, right? Because we would only really hit this. All of the other items that I never use seductive provocation like this entire game. I hate this thing so much. It's like so unwieldy.
Yes, this is a most fitting choice.
Well,
Thank you, and farewell. I trust I will be seeing you again.
well, we can certainly try it here. I have 4 dashes. Holy crap.
Come closer, my pretty. Let me get a better look at you.
All right, stand still. See it like, I don't like it. That was way too difficult. More difficult than it should have been. Saving ulti for Ravenswatch 2. Ooh, healing orbs. Wait, I need those. Wow, that's good damage.
Resistance only adds to my immunity.
I mean, that looks okay, but it doesn't last long enough. Oh, I missed? And then it gets canceled. Alright, that wasn't half bad. Last one. I guess on the main boss, standstill tech is probably useful, but here I just feel like it's not. I have 2 revives. When do I get the standstill? I mean, if you all think that's sick gameplay, definitely correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. I outran it. Didn't seem that hard. I don't know if you can simply dash through that. Okay, that's fun. It doesn't do enough to kill, but I did like half their HP each.
Leave my victims alone.
I am getting healing orbs. So it is giving me damage. We're up to 88? Wait, chat. Remember the number 88. 88.8667. Write that down like Halion says. Oh, wow, I wasted that. Apparently the return isn't infinite range either. Nice. Wasted bat, wasted bat.
You are more powerful than suspected. It's sorely time
Chat, this is our
to end your
PB.
foolish fable
This could be
once
our
and for
first
all.
nightmare win in Ravenswatch. Not just as Carmilla, but period. I think she knocks you back with those eyeballs. Okay. We're not breaking the bank with damage, just to say that. But we haven't done our, like, Giga ult yet. We're still waiting on it. One more bite. And if she's standing still, I'll do it. I don't think I got the return. Oh my god. See, that's the knockback I was talking about. Alright, now we just use the ult whenever we can. I'm not gonna just wait on it. 100 damage critical bats.
Disappointment.
Oh, maybe it only knocks you back if you're in range of a bullet. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to get like my Exodia set up here. Nice. I don't know if I need to kill the tentacles. It's certainly a way for me to farm blood, but I don't know if I necessarily need them to be dead.
I created you and I can just as easily destroy you. Just watch.
Alright, careful. There's one more over here. Oh my god, that hurt.
I created you and I can just as easily destroy you.
Yeah, I don't really know if we want to go for the tentacles. Like, unless there's one for free.
My dark orbs are the last thing you'll ever see.
Almost there. Ooh. Oh my god. Crap, we didn't check to see if the healing orbs was giving us damage. Because I didn't open up my inventory again.
The nightmare is lifted at last. And what do I see?
I think the game, like, if you pick up a healing orb, I think it instantly shows you your stats change.
Go, champion.
And that wasn't even the perfect bat build. We missed an entire talent. I'll try to show that in the book. GG's. Round of applause. Finally, our first win in Nightmare on the character that I spammed the most. I couldn't even get her past the first boss. I don't think it's purely pathing, though pathing did help. I think a big part of it is getting the talents leveled up. If you sit on common talents, that's supposed to be like your main DPS, it's gonna do no damage at all. And it's weird because it'll just be like, oh, you're going from 25% to 35%. And you would think to yourself, that's not that big a jump. Yo, let's go. I do still think she could use a couple of buffs. I don't think she's perfect as is. There's a couple of traits she has that doesn't actually function as good as it should. So here's this. Here's our stats. Full item breakout. This we didn't take advantage of because it was low level. If it was higher, it would have been better. This I still I never used this. And I think in the final fight, yeah, there are situations where she stands still, and at that point, Seductive might have actually been okay to use. But it's like, for some reason, mentally, I never think to do this. Like, I'd almost rather this be tied to her L1 button, her trait, where every time you use her trait, you mark enemies to be vulnerable. Attack damage, power, special, defense, ulti, other sources probably bleed. So this were all of our damages, 60% plus. We had some heals, we had some shields. I died a few too many times, spent over $2,000. Barely enough to buy a PS5 Pro. So what we missed, dispersion. After defense, the bats explode basically, and it does 60 area damage as bleed. I think this scales with Batmaster. I think that Batmaster's 40% boosts dispersion. So we re-rolled multiple times to try to find this. I actually never got this in the entire run at all. So like, yeah, you only have so many re-rolls. You're bound to not hit something in certain games. You just have to try to build as strong as possible. Ooh. Oh snap, wait, chat. And this one's not that great. But this one though? And then how do I get this? I already freaking beat the game on Nightmare. Like what else is there to do for me to unlock that?